I just called the exact bottom on Bitcoin and it wasn't even close. I called the exact low on this green line here. And this one trade alone had made me over 6 figures. But the thing is, it wasn't luck. I can do this again and again and again, and I'm gonna show you exactly how you can do it too in this video. And by the time I made this call, everyone was bearish. And this wasn't just some people, literally everyone. Every single influencer was calling for 30K, 40K, even lower down here in this box. And these people were panic selling at the lows to me, or they were sitting in cash waiting for prices that were never coming and forced to buy higher. And that's exactly why I knew we were close to the bottom, because markets don't bottom when you feel good and you're confident about buying. They bottom when people are exhausted, scared, and completely done with the industry and want to move on. So before I break this system down, let me show you the exact moment I told people to buy and the level I entered. I'm gonna blur everything out because this is the only thing that you're gonna see in my inner circle. I went through the entire signal and have targets for this, but I'm gonna just show you the exact entry. As you can see here on the 502, I said we're nearly finally there. I had the pose here, 61692 here, and I said we're close to it, gonna be monitoring the lower time frame. You usually see a large pounce. Do not listen to 20 to 30K, which is what everyone was saying. And then, as you can see here, I said we are pretty much at the bottom here, and we woke up to this level here, 61692 here, and 61692 is the exact bottom here on Bitcoin, as you can see. I also posted this in my Telegram, which is where you're gonna find live updates to trades in real time, because obviously when I record a YouTube video, there's gonna be time for me to film it, edit it, and upload it. So if you want real-time trades where I'm gonna be calling 100Xs, trading challenges, then check the Telegram in the description below. As you can see here, I said on the February 6th, on Twitter, publicly called this bottom. I said a bottom is near right here, right now. And let me show you why this trade wasn't random and I'm able to repeat it time and time again. Step number 1, this one's gonna be, you might laugh at this one, but we were deep in a bear market and we had months of down only. That is it, down only, that's the key here, right? I simply counted the candles and this was part of my tweet. 1 red candle, 2 red candle, 3, 4, 5, down red candles in a row. We didn't even get that in the 2021 bear market. As you can see here, 1, 2, 3, green candle, 1, 2, 3, green candle, and then the bottom was in. The last time we had that was here in 2018, nearly 8 years ago. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 down candles in a row. Then we had green candles from there. Then the time before that was in 2011, over 15 years ago. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down candles before the next green candle. And both of these times we had 5 candles in a row. That was the exact bottom on Bitcoin. Now, that's because markets do not go down in a straight line forever. And they also, it goes the other way. They do not go in a straight line forever. As you can see, this was a large move. However, you had 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles before this one was being red. And then we went sideways for a long period of time here. And then we broke out again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green months. Then we had this down month here and we went sideways before we went up again. There's also one thing to note. You are gonna make far more money in your crypto trading career if you are a delusional bull, because bulls make more money. Dumb bulls, you need less skill to make more money as a bull than you do to be a bear. For example, let's go to an old chart here. Okay, Luna here. I know this went to absolutely zero, but I'm just using it to prove my point. If you bought Luna down here, and you held all the way to here, you had over nearly a 400x. And it doesn't even matter, you could have bought it here, that's a 20x, you could have bought it here, still a 5x, you could have bought it here, that's still a 2x. But you would have made more money in any of those positions than if you shorted the absolute top and sold at the absolute bottom. You would have only made 97%. So it doesn't matter if you're an extremely good bear, you are gonna make more money being a bull, because if you are being a bear, you can only make 99%. And that's only if the coin goes to absolutely zero, if you short the absolute top to the bottom. After a 50% move on a short, you get diminishing returns. Whereas if you are a bull, it doesn't matter. You can get a 20x here on coins like this. And all it takes is one trade to smash your portfolio through the roof. That was step number 1. The market conditions. Number 2, all of retail's gone. After October 2025, the entire retail market was gone, all because they got decimated in altcoins. A lot of retail do not hold Bitcoin anymore. A lot of institutions now start to buy Bitcoin. But this is the key thing here. Bitcoin had 5 down month candles and it had a 50% drop, which is one of my key strategies. It had a 50% drop into a key support level here. So we zoom out on the 3-month chart. Many people go, the 3-month chart's too high. No, it's not. And let me tell you why. You get the largest moves on the 3-month chart. I will box this off here. As you can see, resistance, turns to support. We couldn't close below this level here. We couldn't close below it on this month, or this 3 month. Then we had a big move away. All we've done is come back down to retest this level, and we've had a bounce here. Don't forget, I was able to buy the exact bottom at 61692 around here before this pump, and it went up 30%. If we just zoom across here as well, the same thing happened last cycle. Look, resistance, resistance turns to support here. The only reason why people get scared is because it's a 3-month candle and they're a lot bigger. If it was a 5-minute chart, you wouldn't feel scared. You would buy this any day of the week. You wouldn't feel scared. It's only because it's a 3-month chart people get scared. And then I was able to take another lower time frame position here, as I was able to call it in my Telegram in the description below. This is where I posted that the bottom was in and I expected us to range between here and here before we're breaking out. And as you can see now, we are now breaking out to the upside, and that alone gave us a 28% pump. And this is where most people fail, because they wait for confirmation. And if you waited for confirmation out of the range, you would have got significantly less returns. As you can see here, you would have only got 13%. As you can see, resistance, resistance, resistance. This is a fake out, but once we got the breakout and retest here, you only got a 13% pump and you missed out on a lot of the move. Yes, sure, we may go higher, but if you want the best entries, you're gonna have to get them at the lows. And this is the part that you need to understand. This is not a one-off trade for me. I do this every single cycle. It's how I was able to call this low here in May, June, July 2021. It's how I was able to call this cycle top here in November 2021. And then I did it again. I bought the absolute bottom here. I posted it in my Telegram after FTX stole $5 million off me. And then I was able to make it all back again within a year here using this framework right now. Because in order to call the markets like this, it's all based upon the same behavior, the same emotions, and people make the same mistakes, because all of this here is based on human emotion. And the only thing that changes, it plays out in just a slightly different way. So people keep getting caught on the wrong side. But if you understand it on a deeper level and understand how and why the markets move, then you're able to make one trade just like me and make over 6 figures. You make one decision, one entry, and come out with 6 figures. And because Bitcoin pumped, I was able to make asymmetric returns on altcoins as well, make 40 to 60% pumps and make another 6 figures off them. Because while other people were still waiting to buy the dip, the move had already started. And most people don't miss these because they're stupid. They miss them because they lack a system. They rely on things like the news, and let me tell you here, the news always lies, but price on the chart never does. Because how many times have you seen bad news at the bottom and amazing news at the top? Then they rely on Twitter or X. This is where you're getting the information last of people who do not have a verified track record of calling trades just like I do. And then number 3, they rely too much on other people's opinions. Maybe they have a good decision and then somebody else tells them, oh no, it should be this, and then they're influenced the wrong way. And by the time you do feel ready to invest in the market, the move's already done. Because everyone feels confident to short after a 50% drop. Everyone feels confident to long after a 2x or a 3x or a 100x pump. People need certainty, and the market always punishes people who need certainty. But here's the truth. If you understood what I just shown you, you could have caught this move. There was nothing special about me being in this trade here. I just knew what to look for and when to act, because I removed all of the other noise and focused on what was in front of me. And everything I've shown you comes down to one simple process: understanding the market cycle and where we are, understanding the narrative, and understanding the human behaviors and emotions at that certain point in the cycle, and then knowing when to actually execute. That's it. You don't need 50 indicators, you don't need to guess, and you do not need to hope. You just need an easy system to follow. So you've got 2 options from here. You can take this strategy and try and apply it yourself and hope you execute it properly next time. Or you simply take every trade that I take and buy every coin that I buy before it happens, with the exact entries, with the exact reasoning, in the exact real time. Because here's the reality. The next move is forming. We're gonna get another pump, 77%, back up to these all-time highs up here, at least, and maybe a 60 to 70% pump. And then we're gonna get 100x altcoins on top of that. And the matter of the fact is, most people are gonna miss it again, or if they do catch it, they're gonna fumble the bag and give back all of their profits. So if you wanna copy every single trade and copy every single token that I'm gonna buy, then you need to check the description below and check out bisbtc.com and apply for the one-on-one mentorship with me inside exactly where I told everyone to buy at this exact low here. The only question is, are you going to be early this time, or are you going to watch it after it's already happened? So that's all for this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.